Everybody's Jason Creel. This is a Lawn Care Life. Today I've got a sidewalk that doesn't get edged very often, and I'm going to clean it up and make some nice clean edges. I'm going to do it with the string trimmer, and I'm also going to do it with a stick edger and show you the difference. And I'm going to show you how to edge with the string trimmer. Now I've done this on some other videos, but in this situation I'm using actually a battery powered string trimmer, and I like to take the guard off normally. Now this trimmer has the guard on it. I do take the head off, put a speed feed head, but here's the way that I basically learned how to trim with a string trimmer. Here's the way I've learned to trim with a string trimmer. Now this one, actually the handle is not on here at the moment, but that's not going to matter for the purpose of it. So if I'm trimming like this, and then I can just flip it over, and I can use my thumb on the trigger. You see now I've got a nice 90-degree angle, so I want to make a nice clean edge. I want to, normally going to try to walk forwards and make sure you're throwing the debris away from the house or away from the car. Now again, when you're doing the edge, you look at this edge here, it's fairly well overgrown. Now how far, you don't exactly know. I'm gonna have to get in there and start working on it. And one thing you can do in a situation like this when you're edging one that's very overgrown, now if you edge on a regular basis, obviously it's going to get easier as you go. One thing you can do is do what I call a cheater edge. I'm going to demonstrate a cheater edge, and that's what I call, made that up. But anyway, if you do the cheater edge, it will knock the grass back to where you can see where the actual edge should be. So, if you just want to do something simple and that doesn't look that great, you can just do a cheater edge and knock it back all the way to the edge of the sidewalk. But in this situation, you do that just to knock it back to where you can find the actual edge, and then you can put a straight edge on it. So let me demonstrate what a cheater edge looks like. So in this situation, the grass is grown over. So when I say a cheater edge, I just kind of lean the trimmer, and I'm basically just knocking the grass back. So I can just lean it at an angle. Alright, so you see what I did there? Maybe my angle was a little too sharp. I dug in a little bit. But I was able to knock it back to where now I can see the angle. So now, if I want to put an edge on it, I can do it like this. Clearly, in some situations, you can't see where the edge is. So now I knocked it back. Now I can put a better edge on it. So, one of the things, and yeah, I hate having the guard on there. Because I can't see very well of what I'm doing. To me, that's the primary disadvantage of having the guard. I mean, obviously there's advantages of protecting and things like that. You might void your warranty, but I take the guards off normally because you can't see very well when you're edging, and it restricts you to a shorter line than I really prefer. So that's my stance on guards. But anyway, let's go work on the sidewalk, and I'll edge one side of it. I'm going to try not to do the cheater edge. I'm just going to try to do standard edge, and then I'll edge the other side with the edger, and we'll see the difference. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I am gonna do a cheater edge because I can't see where I'm working. I'm gonna do a cheater edge, and I'm gonna come back and make a better edge. some pretty decent overgrowth on this sidewalk. Now, I did a cheater edge, looks terrible. I'm gonna go back now. I can see where the edge of the sidewalk is. I'm gonna try to make a nice perpendicular edge. Other side we're gonna do is stick edger. Just to be honest, in this situation, stick edger, you might have to go over it twice, would have been by far the easier way to go. Now, you know, in future reference, once you get it established, you can go either way, but we're gonna show it both ways anyway. All right, that was one of the most painful and worst edging jobs I've done. Let me address one thing. Sometimes I've had people, some people don't want to tap your string trimmer on the grass because it can make a bald spot in grass. Some people don't want to tap it on the concrete because it can mess up the head from tapping it on the pavement. If you got big, tall, 5-inch grass, some kind of cool season, whatever, turf type tall fescue or whatever, that's real tall and lush, obviously tapping it in the grass can make a big bald spot. This is centipede grass that's cut fairly low, so that it's not a big deal. I usually tap it in the grass instead of the concrete, so I did it once for each way for you guys who have a preference on that kind of thing. You see the edge here, it looks mediocre, I would say. Of course, you need to blow it off and establish it, but that grass was pretty serious in need of an edge. So let's try it with a stick edger and see if it goes any better. All right, I'm going with a stick edger now. Should be much easier. Now this is overgrown. It is wet and nasty. I've got a good blade on here. You don't want to dig it too deep, just trying to make an edge. So let's see how well it goes with the stick edger. I believe I could sell that as a piece of sod at the sod farm. lesson of the day is edge more than once every 2 years. Got lots of stuff just to show you how much the edging was overgrown. Pretty serious. I really do think you could plant that and it would grow. You want some centipede sprigs for your yard? Here they are. I'm gonna run through there one more time and see if I can clean it up a little bit. All right, so those were some definitely overgrown edges. This is the side I did with the string trimmer, and then I ran back over it with the thick edger just to make it look better. And I don't have a blower right now to blow it off, but you can see, I mean, it made a nice clean edge, just very much overgrown, as you can tell by some of the stuff that was growing off of this edge here. And it didn't help that it was wet. It was just nasty. Anyway, we got it done. So in that situation, the cheater edge did help me a little bit to be able to knock it back, because when I was trying to edge it with a string trimmer and with a stick edger, it was just so much grass. It was clogging up in the stick edger. It was so hard to find the edge with the string trimmer. And I don't like having the guard, couldn't see very well. So anyway, knocking it back, then going over, and probably have to go over twice, but we got it cleaned up. Now, if you just edge it on a regular basis, it's so easy. It goes so much faster and looks so much nicer. Just doing our best to get it cleaned up. Appreciate you watching. I'm Jason Creel. There is over 600 lawn care videos on the channel. I encourage you to subscribe. I've got a lot of resources available for those in the weed control and fertilization business or the mowing business over at lawncarelife.com. Talk to you guys later. Bye.